morning, most amazing artists. Today we're making the smallmouth bass. It's the state fish for Tennessee. We're going to start with this rainbow shape. So when you make this rainbow shape for the back of the fish that's going to be jumping out of the water, you want to leave a little space for the rainbow right here, a little space for the smile you see here, and a little space for this upwards diagonal line that you see here. So as you're planning your fish, you got to think about leaving the space for all of them. So we're going to make that little rainbow right here. Then after you have that rainbow, we're going to make the little rainbow right here for his mouth. So we've got our one big rainbow and then the little rainbow that comes up. So it's actually a little bit less than that. So what you're going to do is just kind of lower it a little bit. And we're going to go like that. The next step is we're going to make the smile shape right here. So we're going to come down and then make that smile shape for his fin. The next step is this upward diagonal line. So it's going up because he's jumping out of the water. So we've got this, and then you're going to be able to move him. So like, remember, you're going to cut him out and you're going to make the collage with these pieces. So you're going to be able to take him out. So let's review. You've got your rainbow, you have your small rainbow, you have your smile, and then you have your upward line. Now the bottom of the fish is kind of the opposite. So you've got the rainbow here under the small smile that we just made. Then you have the big rainbow, or the big smile. So you had the big rainbow here, and under that you have the big smile. So you're kind of just doing the opposite of what you did. And you can go lighter if you want. I'm going to make it a little bit darker just so you can see it, but you should keep yours light in case you want to erase it. And then this one just continues to, the mouth continues just to come up. So obviously we're making it really small because we want to have room to cut it out. So to make him have the open mouth, I'm going to make this part go like this. This part right here is a U shape. So we're going to have a U shape like that, and we're going to have a U shape like that. Since he's a smallmouth bass, we want him to have that, that open mouth, but not so big like a big mouth, like one of those largemouth bass. All right, so this part is the open mouth for the top, and this mouth, you can't see the inside of the mouth on this one. This is the outside. Okay, then he's got an eye, and the eye is kind of like in this area. So I need to make, mine needs to be like a little bit more like this. So remember, you still have that rainbow and the smile, but you can kind of erase and remake it so that it looks right to you. And the fish eyes have 1 ring, 2 rings, 3 rings. So the middle part, when we get the watercolors, we'll paint that black, and then we'll get a picture of him to like see what he really looks like to paint him the right colors. Okay, he's got some fins. So the fin right here on the side, we're going to start with a rainbow. Then the bottom of the fin is going to be kind of like a smile shape here, and then a line up. Or you could do the line and then the smile. So from here we're going to do a kind of like a little line down, and then we're going to do a smile shape up. If you're just getting here, that's okay. We're going to replay the video. I'm taking a video, so if you've missed steps, we can go back. All right, there are little texture lines in the fin. You can do them with pencil, and then when you do the watercolor, you're kind of going to cover over them, but you'll still be able to see them if it's light enough. At the bottom right here, there are 2 fins. So we're going to do one line here. Then we're going to do the smile shape that goes like that. It's like a side smile. And then we're going to do a smile shape that comes back up like this. And then there's one behind, because there's one on the other side. So you're not going to see the whole bit of the fin on the other side. So we're just going to kind of go out like this and then stop when you get to the bottom of the fin. And that's going to show that there's some fin on that side. And then this one you might not see the texture as much because it's further away. But this one, you might see those little lines like that. So you could add some there. You could even make it come up a little bit more if you wanted to. Your choice. So the next step is they have these little fins on the back right here. So we're gonna do the lines up. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, a little bit bigger on 3, 4 a little smaller, 5 a little smaller, 6 smaller, 7 smaller, and 8 smaller. Now those are connected with a smile shape. So you're gonna go smile, 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 smile. You can even do another teeny tiny one if you want to right there. Then we're gonna do the fin that's at the end of that one right here. And then we'll work on the tail fin. So this fin, we're gonna come with a sweeping motion, a sweeping smile motion like that. And then we're gonna go back, kind of like a leaf shape, but you can wave it a little bit. Maybe it's like blowing in the water. And we're gonna add some lines on those. His tail fin, so you've got one diagonal line that goes up, you've got one diagonal line that goes down, and then in between those two we're going to make a little U shape, but the U's on its side. Then we're going to just kind of connect the dots. So we're going to go up and around, and we're going to go down and around. Now there's another spot right here that has a smile shape, and then from there is where all the lines come radiating from for those fin textures. So you can add those textures here. There's one more fin. So right here in this part, you can add another smile shape. We're gonna make a bigger one, and then we're gonna make a smaller one. And then we're gonna connect those with a round smile shape. And then you can add those little texture lines again. And just like up here, how we had these, there's 1, 2, 3 right here, where we kind of just do those little bit of extra with the loopy lines. The smallmouth bass has these gills here, so we can kind of just like put where they go with princess type shapes. 1, 2, maybe 3 of them. And I'm gonna grab a picture of them so we can look at how it looks, okay? So smallmouth bass. Let's see what colors. I think it has some greens and reds, so it's loading up and we'll see. Smallmouth bass image. Yeah, green. Let's see. Any good pictures?
I think mine looks close to a smallmouth bass.
Probably this one, smallmouth bass Nevada. Look at this, got all those speckled colors. The eye looks red actually. Wonder if they're red on all of them. Let's see. Is that one red? That one's more like a maroon color. I like the maroon color. The red looks too much like blood, so I think the maroon color might be better. And that one, yeah, that one definitely looks like the bison color, like the maroon.
I don't want to use mine.
So maroon, white, and then black. So you see the little ring? We're gonna make sure to leave that little ring, the smaller, the one in the middle, we're gonna leave that one white. All right, so would someone like to volunteer to get some water? Because I'm gonna show you how to paint these. We can use some of the same colors, but we're also gonna need some different colors. Yeah, you can get one of the watercolor brushes, and you get a watercolor cup. And then I'm gonna show you with the greens. Yeah, you can get the water. No, like over there, you know, the little water cups. You know the water cups that we use for watercolor. And then I've got these nice little containers. These are really great for gouache. Remember, gouache is what we used when we were starting to color the irises. It's really cool because it can be used thicker and kind of feel like acrylic paints or tempera paints, but then you can add water to it, and the water makes it feel more like watercolor. So you only need a tiny bit. So when I make these for your table, I'm gonna make different greens, and you can share them. So look at how little I'm just putting in here. So we've got different kinds of green, and that fish looked like, did it look like it had just one kind of green or a lot of kinds?
Different kinds.
Different kinds. So that one's more of a blue green.
For like the striped part, but the darker parts.
Yeah. And this one's dark green. This is a sap green. It's kind of brighter than I thought it would be. This one's going to be really bright.
Miss Lou, I don't want to paint mine.
You don't have to paint. You can just sketch it.
Okay, good.
If you want to like
Mine
add
looks
more
like
sketches
this.
to it,
I
you
want to
can.
see if I can get this into the final one.
Yeah.
Mine looks like this, and I don't want to use
No, it looks really good.
I think I want to
Yeah.
paint mine.
Can I keep sketching the raccoon?
So it kind of, I feel like it has more sort of like a grayish, muddy
Hi,
green.
Reese.
Is my thingy
Nope, it's still really, really hot. I have the door open, but it's so hot. Nobody can go in there. So the kiln is doing really good,
Excuse me.
but it's not going to be done just yet.
Where is it?
It's in there, but come back at Related Arts, maybe it'll be done. Or at the end of the day.
Probably
Come at the end of the
need
day
some
and
like
see it, okay?
orange or blue.
Paper like this? Can I see it?
No, you can't because I can't open it. It's too
No,
hot.
from out the door.
No, because it's shut. I can't even see it.
Like this.
Yeah, right there. There's a whole set.
What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
Okay, I'm gonna finish showing them how to do this, and then we can get started. All right, so these are the brushes.
Have some just to like color, just to draw on.
Oh no, just do this one for right now, and then we'll worry about that in a second.
Painting?
Yes. So Mona.
Lisa.
All right. So to make these, I'm going to add some water. I don't need that much water. I'm gonna put the darkest on the outside like this. And it's okay if you go out of the lines, because remember we're gonna cut them out.
Wait, you guys are gonna cut that out?
And if you want to, you can add a little bit of like other color darks. So I'm gonna add some of this one at the bottom where the shadow is, and maybe at the tail. And then I'm gonna fill it in on the edge with water, just like we did with the irises. The water in the middle gives the illusion that the water's closer to you. You can go over the fin. We'll come back and we'll add some more texture to the fin later on. We can do all of these fins. Maybe the fins look a little bit more yellow to me, so I'm gonna add a tiny bit of this
Today when
yellowish
I'm going
orange.
to Related Arts, I'm going to PE, so we can probably do it at the end of the day. I'm just
Okay. Yeah, at the end of the day, when at dismissal. Okay.
Okay.
It should be ready by then, but I can't promise you because sometimes the kiln takes a long time to cool.
Wait, have it
Oh, it does
how
have
much
more
more
yellow,
hours
but-
does it
Yeah.
need?
So make sure
It
that
does
you
have
guys
some
keep
white
it
in
dark.
Does it need
The
one more
brown we're gonna add.
Definitely
Yeah,
has some
it needs
stripes
like all day.
pattern.
The kiln needs all day. So
hour?
we're gonna
Who
put the
needs one
brown
more
in.
hour?
Yeah. And it has the white, those like brown stripes. So these are gonna blend in with the greens that we have. So you want to be really gentle. And we're just gonna kind of very, very gently kind of make these stripes and just watch how the color moves with the water. So if I do this too much, it's gonna be way too brown and blend too much. So I just very, very gently. If you don't want to risk it, you can wait for the green to dry, and then next time you come, add the brown stripes.
It can also
Because
do
if you put too much, it's going to blend way too much. So this is just a teeny tiny bit of brown. It goes actually all the way to the very tip. You can actually even put this in with your fin lines like this. Or if you want to do the fin lines with a different color, you could get a different green. And you could do fin lines like that. Oh, but see, look, that was like way too much. So, yeah, it's too wet to do that.
Wait, it's drying my
All right, I don't want to
pencil.
do the whole eye right now. Because if I do the whole eye right now, it's going to blend.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of wait for it to dry. But if you want to, you could add just the middle part with the brown, like that. And then remember the next ring's gonna be white. So we're gonna do the black or the brown. Here's some brown. And that's gonna be the eye. Then white around that. And then when this dries, we'll do the maroon. What does a maroon reddish color make when it mixes with green?
Brown?
Brown. So we don't want to do that while the green's wet because we want it to stand out, and it won't stand out if we do it now. So we're going to wait.
We can
So
also do
you
some
might
blue.
not need all of these colors at the same time, but you can come and get the colors that you do need, okay? And then voila, we're done.